Okay, it's for 10, so I think we can start. So hi guys, my name is Ivy Lupo. I'm the DSC lead at Mo University, and I'd love to welcome you guys to today's session. Today on Android Series 2, we are having Ronnie Otieno taking us through Android tooling. So I hope you guys enjoy the session and get to learn a lot from him. So this session is being recorded, and the recording will be shared as usual on Monday. So in case you need to go through what has been said, you can always look out for the recording. So yeah, I think Ronnie, you can start.
Thanks, Ivy. Okay, guys, my name is Ronnie Otieno, and I'm Android developer at Amura Solution and Other Labs Africa. Today, we are going to go about Android tooling, mostly like studio and the basics of Gits. Mostly how to go about when you're building a project in Android Studio, the packages and everything that you need to know when you're doing all those. Screen. So we start like I'm very sure you guys have downloaded the Android Studio from the whatever it is, and you have it installed. Or if you haven't downloaded Android Studio, it's pretty much easy. Let me share my screen. Can you see my screen? Can you guys
Yes,
see
I
my screen?
can.
Okay. Okay, nice. So if you want to download it, go to Android Studio. The first link. So it depends with the platform you have. Maybe you have like Windows, Mac, Linux based, and so you can just download from here. Then after downloading, just setup is pretty simple. Now let's open Android Studio at a new project. Normally Android Studio is pretty heavy on the RAM, so yeah, it takes time sometimes to like power on. If you have never like have any project, you won't see this here, but because I have the project like in there, they're showing. But first we want to create, just go to create project and just take empty activity. These are the basic activities like I've been implemented for you, but for us we don't need all those. Just want to start like an empty project, and just go to next, and we can name it. Make sure the language is Kotlin because that's what we are using, and yeah, and you can just go to next. Now it will take some time to build the project. What's happening under is that we use something called Gradle. Gradle is just a building tool. It's kind of compile everything, downloads everything that you need in the project, and set up the project for us to use. So it can take some, if your internet is so not so good, it may take a lot of time. So we'll give it some time, probably maybe 2 minutes, and it will be like done. When it's building, you can see the project. Like if you see where I'm clicking, the project. This is where all project lives. This is where we write code and everything, and we have the here we can add the modules, and that's pretty advanced topic. Structure, the favorites, whatever like you have been mostly, and we build variants. Those are the like advanced topics. Then if you click file here, you can see we have some here we can click new and get start a new project that have been like saved in our computer, or we can import project from the like GitHub. We'll do this later. And also here we have like settings. From here we can set a lot of things. For example, like right now I'm using Dracula because it's dark. We can have light theme and everything. We can use font, size of the font, whatever you want. Mostly they're on the appearance. Yeah. Um, I think for now those are the main one that maybe you need to know just to change the appearance and everything. And as we continue doing this session, we will see a lot of things here, but that will come later after we build the project and see it's working. Our project is built, and you can see we have this main activity. And the studio project, we have the main activity. You can change the name wherever you like, but that's so here, this is where we'll write our classes and files that we need to use. And here is manifest. Manifest is just where we store like things that our app likes. It's like more of settings somehow, like what use when like indexing our apps and everything, a lot of things. Yeah, that happens there. It's one of the things that you can't build Android project without. It contain a lot. Like for example, it contain the name, it contain the icon and everything. And here, if you look at this activity here, this is the main activity. So it has the filter, action main, and launcher. So every time you open the app, the Android system will check activity that has this launcher. That means this our main activity will be the one that will be displayed first before anything else. So this is the like launch activity. Also, we can create a new activity, and let's say maybe when we create a new activity, we need to add the activity at the manifest. But you don't need to do it manually, but still you can do it manually. Just come here and put like activity, sorry. That's right. But still, you can just come here and click on new and scroll back until activity, and you can start like an empty activity. Empty will automatically added to the manifest. Yeah. So if you come here, we'll see added. That's pretty much how to like go about activities. And after the activities, we have this folder called res. So let's go to layout first. Layout are the things like it's the XML that contain the layout of the activity, how the activity will appear on your app. So here we have like activity main. It just have like a text view, nothing much. And if you come to main activity, you can see that it has been set to activity main. That means this activity, if you open the app like this screen, but if I use the screen, that may make some sense. So if you open the app, we will see this activity here, and what we will see is this layout here. Currently, it's like hello world. Yeah. So this layout is always connected to activity. There's something also called fragment, and that will be dealt with like in the next episode. Also uses the layout. So every activity that we have, we need to have the layout for it to show. Like for example, let's go to main activity 2. We have the main activity 2 that was added. Here we don't have anything, just have the like constant layout. Yeah. And also another thing, if you want to go to where something is, for example, you want to go where this layout activity is, just put the cursor there and press Control B and just take you there directly. You don't need to search it manually. And also, before I forget, if you want to search anything in Android Studio, I think that's one of the first things that you are being told when you're in Android Studio. We just click double shift twice. Now you can just search anything you want to in the Android Studio. Anything you want. For example, let's say we want to change like just click appearance, click the first one. Sorry. Click appearance. I don't understand why it's not tracking currently, but anything you want to do in Android Studio is just main activity. Yeah, if you want to go like main activity, just click there and go to the that file. But I don't understand why it's not doing the setting. It should work. So on your side, just try. And for example, click theme. Yeah, that works. So for example, if you want to change like a theme, just click double click and check the theme that you want to change. For example, now we want to change our theme. Just come here and change like maybe IntelliJ Light and click OK. You see the theme has changed, but I don't like it. So let's change to Dracula. You want to do to search, just click shift twice. I think that matter. And now if you want to go to anything else that I said, just click Control B. It will take you wherever that thing is. Yeah, that's how it works. And now Quares folder for we can go to like drawable folder. This is where we'll have like our pictures, anything that we want to include in our layout. For example, let's say there's some inbuilt pictures, not inbuilt, but they're more like icon. You can just right click on drawable and go to new and go to vector asset. And now here we can check anything you want to use. Like there are a lot of them, mostly the common icon that are being used in Android. For example, let's say things like share, and click whatever you want to use in your phone. Yeah. For example, let's say menu, you see, and add. After adding them, you can change the color. You can change color. For example, let's put this green. Yeah. Whatever. And also you can change the name. Maybe just name it like I see menu. Name doesn't matter. And go to next. Finish. We can use that thing that we imported in our project now. You see. And also here we can add pictures, like our own pictures. There are two ways to add it, but I prefer like copying the picture. So just go to your folder, like your file. Let's go to where the pictures, where do I have the picture? I don't know where the text, do you have any pictures? Yeah, I have some pictures. Just come here. Of course, you know how to copy. You can just Control P and everything. Just come here and copy, and come here and paste. Now your picture has been exported to Android Studio. Yeah, this is the picture that I took. It's nothing else. So your picture has been imported to Android Studio, so you can use it anywhere you like. This should not like confuse you guys. This is like a picture of the code that I took somewhere, so it's not like part of the code. So that's how also you can add the pictures to, and Meetmap mostly people use them for the icon, and here you can see the way your app will appear on the phone. This is how you add the icon. So there are two. There's square and round, because those are the two that Android use. So if you always use like Android icon, a round icon, you will just pick the round icon. And if they use like a square one, they pick the square one. And this icon have different quality. Like this one is different to this one, to this one. So it depends with how your phone will pick them. Maybe you have the high-end phone will pick the highest quality of the launcher icon and all those. Yeah. So it depends. I think like your own launcher is something like it's kind of like somehow advanced of this topic, but still it's some online that can help you like build your own launcher icon that you can add. These are these color scheme here. Anything you want like color, and you introduce x value for the colors. So if you want just to add, maybe let's say you want to add orange color, you don't need to cram all this. Just come to the like browser, just check hex for orange color. And we'll just see a lot of orange that you can choose from. You don't need to master the hex colors. So here, let's take with orange color. Just come here and copy it. Studio, add a line, put it like color, name it orange. Paste the color that you posted. Now you can use this color anywhere. It's orange. You don't need to master all this. Just think of any color that you want. Just go to browser, Google it, copy the value, paste it there. Yeah. And here we have string. Here also you can store the string that you want to use. For example, now if you run this app, the app name will be Android Tooling Project. So this string, there's in later episodes, we'll show how you can get this saved there in your code. Yeah, just name anything. For example, let's say string and put it like name. Let's say my name and value is Ronnie. Now you can just click my name, we always get Ronnie. Yeah. And here we have theme. What theme does is, here we have two themes. There's theme and there's night. So when your app, when the app is in light theme, we'll use this. When the app is in dark theme, we'll use this. Yeah. So here we have different colors for different theme. For example, like we know, for example, the IntelliJ, the Android Studio, it's light when it's in light theme. It's dark when it's dark theme. So different colors for different themes. So that's how we store them. Yeah. Then down here we go to Gradle script. Gradle is one of the I don't know what to say, but it's kind of bullshit when you start doing the Android development, because there are errors. It's very, very hard to detect when you're a beginner. And you will just need to like understand this. But one thing about Gradle is that always make sure you have internet when you are building a Gradle. So what Gradle do is just take the resources, all the thing, activity, resources, layout, and everything, and put them together and create like the app that you can use. So normally we always work with the build Gradle, but there's one project. Mostly we work with the one which is app. So if you come here, the AI will tell you like mostly this, not a must that, but you can come here and see the application ID. This application. This is the thing that will differentiate our app from any app in the Play. So it needs to be unique. It's called package name. Yeah. And here minimum SDK version is the version of the Android that can run your app. So let's say this our app can only run on Android 5.1 plus. Yeah. This one can only run Android 5.1 plus. We can't run it Android 4. And here we can have the version code and the version name. Code can be anything. People don't need to know it. Version name is what the people will know your app with. For example, you call it version Dragon, version anything you want people to know your app with. Yeah. This other one, no must. Then here, dependency. So, when you're writing a code, like a project, there's something that you don't need to write yourself. Some people have really written them. They're called libraries. You can just copy the link from that code here and build that code that somebody else wrote somewhere and packages like a library can be imported to a project, so you can just use them. We know, for example, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. Yeah, something that has been done with somebody else. There's no need for you to be doing it from scratch. Yeah. So in packages, I think those are the main thing that you need to know for now. And also we have the test here. You see here test, we have the Android test and test. So the thing is Android test can only work on devices. There are things specific to Android SDK. And test can work anywhere. They are not specific to Android SDK. For example, if you want to test something like maybe adding two numbers, this is not a must. You need like what's called like a phone to do that. But now if you want to test something like a screen, if like text view is showing, that need a phone or an emulator to run that. That's why we separate them. This unit test takes like little time to run compared to Android test. Android test can take some time to run because you need to load the app to the phone and everything else. Yeah, but unit test can just run on the JVM without sure. And apart from that, now, for example, let's say things like if you go to main activity, let's say we want now to. This is not part of this discussion now, but I just want to show something else but you need to do it now. Just go to. We need to name this text view. For example, let's put the ID, the thing that you will later use it in the Kotlin file or class to reference it. For example, let's call it like just text view. Yeah, text view. You can name anything else you like. So if you come here to main activity, you can just put like, for example, we want to use like the older way, but the newer way now to reference XML like layouts in the activity. Now let's say val text view. Let's say let it for. Enough for us to connect this our text view to the text view in the layout, we need to use something called find view by ID. There are other things to use, other ways to use, but we want to go to that for now. And let's say text view is equal to find view by ID, and put ID and the name of the text view that we put in the layout. We put like as text view. Now we can reference this text view in the layout from our main activity. Yeah, I'm just using. I'm just doing this because I want to do something on test. Yeah, for example, now we want to do something. Let's say let's just get a new function, private fun. Add. So yeah, let's say A is equal to 1, 2, B is equal to 1, anything. Now text view dot text is equal to a plus b. We need to put to string. For example, this A and B are integers, if you remember the last session. But for us to put a text in text view, they need to be string. Yeah. So now if we run this our app, for example, this our app will see the text view will show like 3. Let's change color for us to see it perfectly. And I just want to show something. This should not be part of this, but why not? So color black size. Oh, that should not be there. Okay. Let's run the app and see. I want to use that function to show testing can be done. So I just want to run it to show that it works. But sometime the Gradle is now building the project APK that will now be installed in the phone. Well, building first, don't take a lot of time. For example, some for example, a person has added something in the code. You see, created by show the data that thing was created. That can also be set. Let's go to file. Okay, it's the Gradle thing. We will. It's building, just a moment. Yeah, you see, the text field is showing the the addition between A and B, which is 3. Now I wanted to show this how to test. So for to test, because we don't want to go deep in in testing, we can just another class. Let's say addition class. Let's copy this. for test purposes, what this function is doing is taking the numbers A that you passed, numbers B that you passed, and it's returning the addition, the sum of the numbers. So if you come here for the example whatever test, and you can just create another one. Or you can just use this because more or less the same thing, yeah? More or less the same thing. So we can just create the object of the class that you want to test. To access this function, you don't need to put it private. You need to leave it like public. Now, what this is doing is we are taking these our numbers and passing them to the add function in the class or in the addition class, and we will get back like the addition. So in testing, normally we'll just put like we expect this to be. For example, here we expect it to be 3, and I just wanted to leave it to be 4, so we can see the test will fail. The actual will be the addition. So we want to check if that is true, and just run. So normally that's how like you will build like a simple test. Like try different ways to break your function for you to make sure that this function cannot be broken in any way. Yeah. So here the test will fail because it's expect 4, and it is like we expect it to be 4, but it's actual 3. But right now, if we look at it, we see 1 plus 2 is 3. If now we put like 3 here, we'll see that it's passing. So the test was not part of this, but it's just showing that how it can be done like so easily. So many people just don't like tests. They think that is something is very complicated. It's not. It's somehow complicated when it comes to like the Android specific one, because you need a lot of things to be done, like the views and everything, but it's not that complicated. Yeah. So after that, I wanted to show about like this thing here created by Ronnie on 5th June 2021. Now, every time I create anything, it will show my name and the date that I created it. For you to set this, maybe you can just put created by DSC on 5th June 2021. You can just come to setting, and go to file and code templates. Go to file header, and you can change anything. You can just change user, for example, DSC. I will show that created by DSC on that day, on that date. I think those are things that really somehow people like to put on their project. For example, now let's create a class created by DSC on 5th June 2021. This is like example of how to also comment your code. Yeah. So let's now go to, for example, comment this code how we need it like to be. For example, we just put if you want to show like everything in this particular function, we can just use, I don't know, the bracket and put a. This a is this a that is in here, yeah, and b and the params. Yeah, so this will show the user, they will know everything. Like if, for example, if you click that, it just take you to A, you click this, sorry, if you click B, it just take you to B. They are the things that they really matter when a person, for example, if it's a very complicated like function, you can also add like classes, for example, int. For example, let's say main activity. Yeah. So activity, it will take you to the main activity. These are the things that need to be said like in a function. If you want to, if your function is not like that really easy to understand, you can use all those things to make it understandable. Also, we can use link, and for example, and link, maybe let's call our link maybe Android. Android, and just put the link, copy any link here. Sorry, it's not this way, it's the other way around. I'm sure I just if that's what we need to confirm. Confirm this moment. Yeah, I think it's that way. Right now, if here, right now, if you go back to, let's say, our example test and click on here, it will tell us something that needs to be done. For example, let's say you see this A and B are the parameters to be added. Then we added the link to main activity, and also we added the link to the link. For example, we say see if we are talking more maybe about a library that we have used. We tell the person that reading the comment that see how this this library has been used here. Yeah, so it's something which can help if your function is very like advanced somehow. Yeah, it will help the guy to understand everything that we have done in that thing. Yeah. So you also need to like know all this. I'm not sure if this is the correct way to put the link, but I'll check, then I'll tell you guys, because but the thing is it works. So if you come here, you over on the ad, you can see the link that we added, so the person can click there and go to the link. Then after that, now we can go to like Git basics. You see, when you are writing a code, you should be able to share with the others. And what we use Git it to collaborate is a tool. And most people use GitHub. GitHub is where like you post your code and it uses the Git. So to make things easier, I don't need to go to the terminal. Just go to VCS and go to enable VCS version, and we choose Git and click OK. Now our Git, our like, so everything here has been added to the Git directory that we can use to push. And now if you want to push, just go to VCS, and first you need to commit before push. Commit before push. So go to commit and enter a message. For example, let's say first commit. Check that and commit. Well, that is committing. You need to go to GitHub or anywhere else that you are using to get like a repository where your code will stay at. So let's go to new and get like Android tooling. Just call it Android tooling. Android tooling. You can describe anything you want. And put it public or private, but also you need to have an account in the GitHub for you to do all this. Then you can get the repository. Then after that, just copy this. Copy that link, come back to your Android Studio. Just commit all those, don't need. Just come back to Untitled Studio. After committing everything, go back to this yes. Now come to Git and click on pull. First, you need to define the remote. You only need to do this once. Other subsequent times it will be there. So we have the remote. This is where our code will live at the GitHub. Just click OK. And now we can push our code. Taking some time. Now our code has been pushed to GitHub. If you now reload that, we'll see our code. You see it here? Now anyone else can now just come and clone our code. If you want to clone this, just come here again, just copy the link. Come back to any project, just this file, new project from version control, and put that URL, yeah, that you want to clone and clone. Also remember, if you don't have GitHub account set, it won't work. It still ask you to add the GitHub account. Now see, it has now opened the new project that we just cloned from GitHub. Just give it some time. This is the same project that we have. We have to see everything. This is the same project that we have here. And to see of Git, let's go to activity and check. You see everything that is here. Let's go to our first project. This is the clone project. Now go to the first project and just go to main activity and say that let's add something. After adding that, we need now to update our project to the GitHub. Just come here again, go to commit, just put added a line and commit. After committing, come here, push. Now it has been pushed. That means things has changed in our remote repo in the GitHub. And this our clone repo still doesn't have that comment. We can just come here and go to Git and pull. Now it will pull the name, the same thing that we that project. Let's see how it works. You see, now it has pulled everything. Now we added the line in our new project that we clone. That's also using Git. We can use Git with terminal. It's kind of easy. It's not like it's hard. We can just, for example, let's say add something. Let's say added another line. We can just come here and put like Git add. Just added everything. Then Git commit. Let's put message like added another new line. This is the same thing that happens as they would when you use the studio things to do it, and just put git push. Now it has pushed to the GitHub. Now, if you go back to our clone project, just come to sorry, Git pull, and we will see that it will add the new line. Just a moment. Yeah, it works. Yeah, I added a new line to our new project. So you can always use the tools in the Android Studio or the terminal. Which one works better for you best? I would like you guys to know how to use the terminal, which is kind of easy compared to doing all the graphic, so everything in the graphic. Yeah. So I think those are everything that I wanted to talk about today. Unless anyone have a question.
Thank you for that session, Ronnie. So I think this is the part where anyone having a question can seek clarity, and any questions you can write in the chat section. Okay, maybe personally me to ask Ronnie.
Yeah.
So you are working as an Android developer, right?
Yeah.
And you use the Android Studio environment.
Yeah, I do.
For you personally, and maybe projects that you've done, do you prefer using the terminal for Git or the Android Studio built in?
I use terminal every time. It's much easier, and it's very easy to see the commands online and use it. So I would say use terminal. But when people are starting, terminal sounds scary. Yeah, it sounds scary. Like for me, it sounded scary. But now I mostly just use terminal every time. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I think we have a question from Benson Muite.
Yeah.
It says, any guidelines you follow when choosing color schemes, for example, for good accessibility and contrast?
Yeah, there's something called material design. Now it's material view. Let's Google that. Yes, material design. This is from Google, so you can go to the material design, and I won't say that to choose everything that they say, but just try to understand how they come up with the colors and everything. That will help you understand how to do all those. But as an Android developer, if you're working for a company, you don't need to understand, you don't need to really go deep into this, because you guys will have a designer who will do all those and give you the colors to use. But it's good to know. Yeah. So just go to the material.io, and you'll see how you will mix colors and everything. Yeah.
Thank you for that. Any other question? You can post in the chat section. Okay, there's someone requesting for clarity. Martin saying that he didn't get the part where you created a template to appear in all files.
Okay, let me go back to that. Okay, so template is pretty easy. Just come to the file, go to settings. At settings, you can search, or you can search for file and code templates, which is here, and come to file header, this that has Java, and just put anything that you want. For example, created by Martin. It's Martin, right? Martin. The date. You can add anything you want. Even you can add copyright, everything you want. So every time you get a new file, it will just appear. For example, let's get a new file now. I don't know if I've answered you, Martin. Hello.
Okay, yeah. Martin says it's okay. He's understood.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other question? You still have room for more. Okay, it appears there's no more questions. Thank you so much, Ronnie, for this session. It's been enlightening, and I know the people are going to leave here better than when they came.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys, and have a wonderful Saturday afternoon.
You too.
Yeah. Cool.